I was standing in my apartment, dripping wet in a bathrobe, heart pounding, waiting for a package I'd been tracking all morning. It wasn't just any package. It was something my wife had been dreaming about for months, and she'd been having the roughest week of her life. The delivery guy was here, or so I thought. 10 minutes later, my phone buzzes with a message that made my blood boil. Couldn't deliver, you weren't home. That's when I realized this wasn't a mistake. This was laziness. And I wasn't about to let it slide. If you've ever been brushed off, underestimated, or flat out disrespected by someone who thought they could just get away with it, then you know the itch for justice. Hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready, because this petty revenge turned into one of the sweetest deliveries of karma you'll hear today. Setting the scene. It was supposed to be a perfect day. My wife and I had been talking for weeks about this little surprise I'd order for her, a clothing item she'd been eyeing for months but wouldn't buy for herself. She's been working crazy hours, dealing with stress at work, and honestly, I just wanted to see her smile. The delivery window was perfect. DHL had promised between 1 and 3 p.m. She went to work. I had the day off. I even planned my afternoon around it. Work out in the morning, a nice shower before lunch, then be ready and waiting when the driver arrived. By 12:30, I thought I had time to rinse off. The shampoo's in my hair. I'm humming to myself, when suddenly, ding-dong, my heart skipped. He's early. I shut off the water, yank a towel around me, throw on my bathrobe, and run dripping to the door. I buzz him into the building, thinking I'll just sign, grab the box, and be back under hot water in 2 minutes. But here's where it gets strange. I wait, and wait, and wait. No knock, no footsteps, no box outside my door. Just me, standing there, wet hair sticking to my neck, wondering if the guy got lost. Then my phone dings. I pick it up, and that's when the blood rushes to my head. Couldn't deliver. You weren't home. The anger builds. I almost laughed out loud, that bitter, "Are you kidding me?" kind of laugh. I just buzzed you in. I was standing at my door. You didn't even try. Flip-flops on, bathrobe still clinging to my damp skin. I sprint down 3 flights of stairs. But by the time I hit the lobby, the truck is gone. The call. I'm fuming, pacing the lobby as I call the DHL center. To my surprise, I actually get a human on the line right away. The guy is polite. He listens to my rant and says he'll see if they can redeliver today. I tell him flat out. He was here. I buzz him in. He didn't even knock. This isn't a mix-up. He didn't want to deliver it. The rep says they'll try to get back to me. But if not, I have a few options for redelivery. Fine. I'll wait. The realization. Hours pass. Nothing. I finally get the call back. They can't redeliver today. No one knows why the guy didn't just bring it up, but I know exactly why. Our elevator's been down all week. The repair crew is still camped in the lobby. And my apartment? 3rd floor. 2 short flights of stairs. Apparently, that was too much effort for our heroic delivery man. He literally walked into the lobby, saw the elevator out of service, and thought, not worth it. Turned around, left, and marked me as not home. The emotional punch. That's when my frustration turned into something heavier. Because when I told my wife, her face just fell. She'd been holding on to this gift as a bright spot in a rough week, and now it was just gone. And that's when my annoyance became anger. The plan forms. One of the redelivery options? They could bring it tomorrow and leave it with a neighbor. All I had to do was make sure someone could be home to sign for it. That's when the evil little light bulb went off. See, my building isn't tall. Just 8 floors. But with the elevator broken, 8 floors is brutal. Especially for someone who wouldn't even go up 2. So I start texting around. And bingo! One of my friends on the 8th floor is free all day tomorrow. The bait and switch. The next morning, I confirm the redelivery with DHL. Yep, leave it with my neighbor, apartment 8 something. I even picture it. The same delivery guy walking in, thinking maybe today's easier, only to look up that staircase. 1, 2, 3 flights. Then 4. Then 5. Each landing another reminder of yesterday's laziness. And you know what's beautiful? Management had just sent an email that morning. Elevator will remain out of service until next week. Execution. I wish I could have seen his face. The sigh, the muttered curse, the sweat forming at his hairline as he dragged my wife's package, the one he refused to bring up 2 floors, all the way up to the top of the building. And because he had to get a signature, he had to knock. He had to stand there, panting, as my neighbor casually signed for it. The payoff. When I went up later to grab the package, my neighbor told me, "Man, that guy did not look happy. I think he hates you." I just smiled. Perfect. That's exactly the point. There's something deeply satisfying about knowing that the exact person who disrespected you had to go through way more effort just to make things right. And I didn't have to yell, threaten, or fight with anyone. I just let karma climb 8 floors on his back. At the end of the day, it wasn't just about the package. It was about respect. If he just told me, "Hey, elevator's broken, can you come down?" I'd have been there in seconds. But he lied. And when you lie and try to take the easy way out, sometimes the universe, or in this case, me, makes sure the hard way finds you instead. If this story gave you that sweet rush of justice, smash that like button and tell me in the comments, what's the pettiest revenge you've ever pulled off? And don't forget to subscribe for more stories where karma shows up exactly on time.